Who is the best current women's wrestler in WWE? Let's talk about it. What's up, people? Welcome back to another video, and in this one, me and Dylan have carefully and masterfully curated our list of the top 5 current WWE women's wrestlers. So, without further ado, let's hop into some honorable mentions. Dylan, do you want to kick us off with an honorable mention?
Yeah, man, I got 5.
As do I. I got 5
man.
also.
I will say we were talking about it before. This was much harder than the men.
Yes.
I came up with more, and putting them in a certain order was very difficult. And specifically for me, I had 6, and deciding which one of those 6 was being left out of the 5 was the most difficult decision I had to make.
Okay.
So, the order is still probably can go any certain way on any certain day, but this is what I came up with today, so I feel it. My first honorable mention for now, Chelsea Green.
Okay.
Love Chelsea Green.
One of mine.
And she is so incredible. The character work she does is top tier. You could put her up with the best of them at her character work, and it is incredible. And she is underrated in the ring, man. Like, she is no slouch in the ring. She
fully agree.
She can really do her thing. So Chelsea Green is on that list, and I think with the right push, Chelsea Green could easily be in that top 5.
Sure. Once she's
with the right
once she's world champ.
Yeah,
which is happening.
With little to
happen.
no opportunities. Obviously, she had to run, and not that she's had little to no opportunities, but with very much opportunities that she's created for herself by getting herself over.
Yes.
She has
doesn't win a lot.
Yeah, and she's only excelled. Like, nobody's tired of her. Everybody just wants more Chelsea Green. So she's my first honorable mention.
Yeah, so I had Chelsea Green on my list of honorable mentions. Also, I feel pretty good about my 5 that I currently have, but I think if I would slide off any of my honorable mentions, I would probably slide off one of my top 5 for my honorable mentions. I would slide Chelsea Green, or try to slide Chelsea Green into my top 5. But my honorable mention that I'll get into is going to be Jade Cargill. So, not in my top 5, but I think kind of similar to Chelsea. I think she, with the right push, can easily crack this. I don't know why she didn't beat Tiff for the title. I think if Jade is holding that title, maybe she cracks the top 5, but I think she's great in the ring. I think she's great on the mic. I think she has the star power. She's got the aura. She's got everything you want out of a superstar. So I don't really understand quite what they're doing with her, or the lack of things currently. Obviously, she's getting featured on television a ton, but let's put a title on her. I think she's earned it, and obviously she's still early on in her wrestling career in terms of years that she has been wrestling, but I think she is one of their bigger stars that they have in the waiting. So I think they can easily just go all in on her, and she would become one of their top stars. So Jade Cargill, honorable mention for me.
Yeah, I'm not mad at it at all. She wasn't on my honorable mention list, but I mean, like I said, I'm not going to argue with it at all. It's just a very
you got 5 without Jade on there.
Yeah, very crowded list. I mean,
I hope I didn't forget anybody.
I think maybe there's this one person that you maybe didn't put on, but
okay.
My next honorable mention is Bayley.
Okay, and that's who I did not have on.
Okay, so yeah, my next honorable mention is Bayley. She is incredible, one of the 4 horsewomen, of course. Easily the most underappreciated out of the 4.
Sure.
I think she does great work as a babyface. I think she does great work as a heel. Like we were saying in the podcast earlier, this current version of her, maybe it did get a little stale, but we've already seen in 2 vignettes that she's about to completely reinvent herself, and I'm so excited to see what she does. And boy, she can go in the ring, and she has some of my favorite matches ever in not just women's wrestling, but wrestling in general, involve Bailey, and she is maybe with if she had gotten some of the same opportunities that a few of the other four horsewomen have gotten, maybe she'd be higher up on this list, and maybe she would have cracked the top five.
Yeah. So yeah, Bailey's a great choice for an honorable mention. I think she, in terms of like the greatest women's wrestlers of all time, I think she probably cracks easily the top 10, probably the top 5, but that's a discussion for a later date. So I'm going to get into somebody who this probably is a shocker, and I'm not sure if you'll have him on your list for an honorable mention, but that's going to be Julia. Now, I see probably what WWE doesn't currently see in Julia for some reason. I think she's one of the best in the ring, and I think she's very compelling. And I think that they just signed her and Steph at the same time, and the crowd just kind of naturally went with Steph for whatever reason. And I think that if they never signed Steph, that Julia can be close to where Steph is. Like, she is that good. So I hope they just kind of don't forget about Julia, because obviously she is your women's U.S. champ, which is awesome. I don't think they needed to pair her up with Kiana James, and I think that Julia.
It's because of the language barrier.
Yeah, but I don't like. I definitely understand that. I don't think they need to do that. I think Kiana James is pretty good on their own. I just don't think they needed to pair them up, and we'll see what happens, because this women's U.S. title has not. This women's U.S. title has not been getting the love that the women's IC title has been getting.
That's for sure.
So, I think Julia, given the right push, given the right stuff to do, is an honorable mention, and I think that she's so good in WWE. I don't think they quite realize what they have with
her. Yeah, Julia, another one not on my list. Not on my honorable mentions list. If I'm being honest, if Julia was one that she was one I was on the edge of putting on the honorable mentions list.
Okay.
I did have her in mind. She would have been 11. I would have put her on there before Jade, personally. Just, I think in that instance, it's all right. We could talk about that a different day with Jade.
Sure.
But my next honorable mention, but like I said, not mad at it with Julia.
I feel like I definitely forgot somebody. If we've got this many different honorable mentions.
Next one for me is Stephanie Vaquer.
Okay, that's who I've got.
Yeah, Stephanie Vaquer is amazing, incredibly over, as we've seen, NXT double champ, and she has been nothing but incredible since her debut in NXT and now the main roster, and she might be your women's world champion pretty soon. So
sure.
They're pushing her pretty hard, and she is got a huge match at Clash in Paris, and I wouldn't be too surprised if she walked away with the championship. So I'd be remiss if I didn't mention Stephanie Vaquer.
Yeah, I mean, Steph was somebody who I had on my list, and then I had to slide her out just because I kind of thought of a couple of more people that deserve to be on this list. And like you said, Steph is awesome. WWE thinks very highly of her, and she probably in a couple of months will crack this top 5. So I'm very excited to see what the future holds for Steph. So I'll get into my last honorable mention, and I will say the only reason this person is not on my list is due to injuries, and that is going to be Bianca Belair. So a healthy Bianca Belair is on this top 5. I will argue with anybody. I may even put her top 3. Like, I think Bianca is so good, and like I said, the only reason she is not on this top 5 is because she's been dealing with an injury for the past like month or two, or maybe even longer. I'm not quite sure how long it's been now, but healthy Bianca easily cracks this list. So do not come for me, or I will come right back at you in the comments. So yeah, Bianca Belair, due to injuries, does not crack my top 5.
Yeah, man, we'll get it.
Okay.
We'll get into Bianca Belair. I have 2 that obviously are either on your top 5 list or you left off completely.
Okay.
Um, and the first one is your current WWE Women's Champion, Tiffany Stratton.
Wow. Okay.
So Tiffany Stratton is on my honorable mention list.
Wow.
And
You were
like I
giving
said,
me shit for ranking
not
Cody so low in the men's. Tiff's not even on your list.
listen. It's all about getting that 10,000 hours and really not saying she hasn't put in the 10,000 hours at this point. I don't know why I used that reference. Um,
Never even heard of that.
it's like they said to become like an expert at something you have to put in 10,000 hours.
Okay.
But essentially what I'm saying is she's not as experienced as some of the other people on this list.
Sure.
Some of
That's
the other
fair.
people have just been doing it longer.
Okay.
And I feel more comfortable that there won't be that they're not getting this is it. Like they're not getting any worse than this. I'm not saying I expect Tiff to get worse, but
Okay.
I don't know. You'll see. I think what I'm trying to say is that I just think my 5 is a little bit more established than Tiffany is. Tiffany a little
Okay.
bit too early in her career for me to put her up with these other 5.
All right. That's fair.
And then believe it or not, that wasn't the person who I was really debating on putting on my list. There was
Okay.
a person I had who I'm going to say this person I'm putting at 6 right now.
Well, 6 isn't a thing. It's top 5 or an honorable mention.
I know, but I'm saying if there was a 6th, they would be
Okay.
6th. The first honorable mention. And this is someone I am thinking you probably left this person off your list.
Okay.
And you might be mad at yourself once I say it.
I
Because
don't know. I feel pretty good about my top 5.
this person, I mean, you might be upset that you didn't at least think this person as an honorable mention if they're
Okay.
off your list.
Okay.
And that is, haven't seen her in a bit, Liv Morgan.
Okay.
Before she was out, Liv
Sure.
Morgan was
Sure.
doing such incredible work. And
Okay.
it was so hard for me
agree.
to decide who to decide whether to put her on this list or not. She's just been
Mhm.
out for a bit with injury, and kind of like you said with Bianca, I just used it as a cop out and was like, "That'll be my explanation." But you could
Okay, that's
argue,
fair.
she was. I mean, she was the MVP for 2024, probably.
Sure.
Um, she is. I mean, just the growth she had. She's a top tier superstar. Like she's a
Mhm.
main event. She's main
That
event
pop
level.
when she's gonna come back.
It's gonna be huge, dude.
Woo. Dude,
So
if her and Bianca were healthy, this list gets so much harder.
yeah,
Like,
seriously,
it's crazy.
and
I
it
didn't even
already
think
was.
to add her.
Yeah, so I'm assuming she's not on your list, right?
No.
Yeah, but but only because of injury. Like
Yes,
if she was on
100%.
TV every week, she would have been
100%.
in your top 5. I'm positive
Oh,
of it.
yes.
Yeah, like
She would have replaced. She would have at least replaced who I had at number 5.
Yeah, like and she was. I mean, doing some of the best work, arguably some of the best work out of anybody in the company. But like literally, like I'm not. You could have told me you thought she was doing the best work out of anybody in the company. I would have been, hey, I ain't mad at it. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna argue with you. Like, I think
Sure.
there's other people that you could argue maybe, but I'm not too mad at saying that. But anyway, yeah, that's my last honorable mention. Liv Morgan. So I'm interested to see each other's top 5.
All right. So I'll get into my number 5 here because it's somebody you mentioned, and that's gonna be Tiffany Stratton.
Okay.
I think Tiff is super good in the ring. I think she's not terrible. She's okay on the mic, right? I think that we could work on her mic skills. I'm not saying they're bad. I think they're good, but I think she isn't quite great on the mic.
That's what pushed her off the list for me.
Okay, that's fair. And I think that I get that when the crowd loves somebody so much, you have to turn them face if they're a heel. But I just think she works so much better as a heel. Like her entire gimmick, I think works better as a heel. So I think if she was just on a crazy heel run. She could have even been higher up in my list, but I think, like I said, great in the ring. Could use a little work on the mic, so that's why she's at number 5. But I couldn't put any of the women as an honorable mention over your current WWE Women's Champion on this list.
Hey, like I said, I mean, I think you'll hear my list and you won't be mad at it. I think
All
all
right.
these.
I mean, I'm nervous because I hope I didn't forget anybody off this top 5. But
you must have, because I feel
I don't
really
think so.
good.
I feel good about my top
all
5.
Right. I feel really good as well.
Okay.
My number 5, none other than the man, Becky Lynch.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, the current
Number
Intercontinental
5.
Champion.
All right.
Like I said, and this is coming from Becky Lynch, my favorite women's wrestler, of all time. One of my favorite wrestlers of all time. Love Becky Lynch, and really the thing that's just pushed her down to 5 for me is nothing to do with her, and it's just the other women I have above her. I think are entering their prime or in their prime, and Becky's kind of leaving her prime. To where, not to say that Becky is doing some incredible work right now as the Intercontinental Champion. Can't convince me she's not. I've loved everything she's done as the man since becoming the man. And I, not to be like that sort of guy, but I knew like how much there was there with Becky before she became the man. So once she became the man, it was like, oh yeah, this is what it was. Like,
Yeah.
why didn't they let her do this the whole time? Like, so yeah, Becky Lynch had to be on my 5. 5 was the absolute lowest I could put Becky Lynch.
So Becky Lynch is actually my number 4, Dylan. So I initially had her slightly higher, but I bumped her down. But I mean, like everything, like you said, she's maybe the greatest women's wrestler of all time. Like
I think
feel
she
like
is.
you
I
could
put her
make
at
that
1.
argument. I would put her top 3 easily. And I think that her work with the women's IC title, I thought over this past month or two has been super, super good. Like I was unsure when it first happened, but I think she's really coming to her own with turning heel more recently, and I've really come to love this heel run with the women's IC title. So it'll be curious to where she goes once she loses the title and what's next. You got to assume she's going to go for the Women's World Championship once she's done with the IC title. But, I mean, we talked about it on the podcast a while ago, but taking that title off of Lyra was the right move. And I think that Becky holding that Women's IC title has done so much for it, and especially if Bayley's going to go after that title, which I'm assuming she will be in the near future, then it's just really going to help that Women's IC title. But obviously, even if you throw out everything that she did before these last few months, if you just look at what she's done for being a heel, and we're talking about currently
Easily.
in this very moment,
she could have never came back, and she would have been like one of I mean, this
and
is
like
current, but
in this very moment, like if she is at this point just currently for her current heel run. So that's just how good Becky is, and so she number 4 for me, Dylan. So who is your number 4?
yeah, so number 4 to me is someone who was on your honorable mentions, and
Okay.
even though she is a little bit injured and we haven't been able to enjoy her as much
Maybe I used
as of late
injury
this
as a
year,
cop out.
Bianca Belair was someone I couldn't leave off this list.
It's fair. That's fair.
Bianca Belair is, I think on any given day, a healthy Bianca Belair could be number 1 on this list. Like, truly.
I've said it before. I'll say it again. Healthy Bianca, her and Rhea are 1-2.
Yeah.
In the world. Include any company. Her, Bianca, and Rhea are 1-2.
Agreed.
In women's wrestlers.
If
across
Bianca
any
was
company.
fully healthy right now, she would absolutely
She's that
have
good.
been at
I
least.
She want people to know how highly I think of her.
She would have been
She's
at least 2 if she hasn't been as like injured as she has been this year. Like
Yeah.
I said, I'm using it as a cop out to get her to 4. Like,
Okay.
so like, yeah, but I mean, to me, there's not much to say. Like, she's goes in the ring, goes on the mic, one of the best gimmicks that at first I was so confused with the EST, and it's become one of the best gimmicks in WWE.
Oh,
And it's a
once I
gimmick that
figured out what it was,
I didn't even
I
think
was like, that's awesome.
yeah, and I wasn't even crazy about it at first, and it's become like when I first like saw it in like NXT and stuff like that, and it has over time become what I think is one of the best gimmicks in WWE because it's so unique, it's so her, it's so she's just she's such an individual. She's so she's just awesome. She's so good. She's one of my favorites, one of the best to ever do it. She will go down as one of the best to ever do it. And to think that she was almost never a pro wrestler is crazy. I'd say Bianca Belair has to be, at this point in time, biggest success story of the is the WWE NIL. Right?
I would agree.
Like, I'm trying to think who else is a big star from that besides it's like Tiff and Breaker. But Breaker's like I'm saying, Braun Breaker, but he's still second generation, so I still think we would have gotten Breaker eventually. Like I don't know, like I think he would have found his way to.
Probably.
Yeah, like I think it helped
once football like officially.
Yeah, like I don't think he needed the NIL deal. To get
agreed.
In,
I mean, dude, you can't say enough good things about Bianca. Like she's just so good, and I hope whenever she's healthy that they just.
I'll also say this
to the moon.
Top 3 theme in WWE. I'll say it.
Okay.
I'm on my own against the wall. The pressure's building, but no, I will never fall. Instead of crying, I'm whipping my my braid, by the way. That's what I'm doing. Instead of crying, you hear me roar. And now they see that I'm way better than before. I never needed you at all. Watch it fall down. I'ma watch it fall down. I'm living large now. I never needed you at all. Watch it fall down. I'ma watch it fall down. I'm living large now. I never needed you at all. Bro, like I'm like when she comes out, I'm literally in my living room dancing, going, "I never needed you at all." Yeah. Like, oh my god, I love that song. But
dude,
love Bianca Belair. So good.
Great workout song. I don't know if everybody. If anybody goes to the gym,
just the horns,
blast that in your ears, dude. It gets you. Oh man, so good. All right, Dylan. So I'll move on to my number 3, and I felt pretty good about this top 3. I felt pretty good about who number 1 is. I wouldn't move number 1 currently. So 2 and 3, I was kind of back and forth on who I was going to put where. I think
we probably have the same top 3 because we haven't had the same names. We haven't
agreed.
Said the same,
so I think my number 3 is Io Sky.
Same here.
So all right. So I initially had her at number 2, but I think that was just getting influence from the number of times that they say her and Rhea are 2 of the best wrestlers on the planet on Monday Night Raw. I swear to God, every single time that they're on screen together, Corey Graves says it, which isn't wrong, but it probably just influenced me a little bit. But then once you think about it, once the other person who we haven't mentioned, I started to think about it. And so I slid her up. So Io
pretty
Sky,
much the same exact thing with me, dude. Like, we're in the same exact mindset.
So
I'm assuming we have the same person at 2 and 1.
Yes.
But Io. On any given day, Io is probably the best, like pound for pound in ring wrestler out of anybody on this list.
Probably.
I'd say it's not even that like close.
Really?
That like Rhea and Bianca are right behind her in my opinion. But
you don't think Rhea's close to Io in the ring?
No, she is. It's a bad way. That was a bad way for me to say it. But okay. I think it's just a way in that to me it's like
But they're also
something
two different styles.
completely different
Hard to
styles, and
compare
this
the
is
two.
also like it's also so subjective,
Of
right?
course. Of course.
To me, it's like I don't even know the way Io Sky is able to connect with the crowd while wrestling
Yeah.
is one of the truly it's like one of the most interesting things I've ever seen because I don't
Yeah.
even know if she knows she does it. Like I don't like and I think she like I think people tell her she does it, but I don't even think she realizes what she's doing. Like she's
Yeah.
just being Io. Like
Yeah.
um she's just like she's so magnetic. Like she is probably the easiest to root for. Like she's probably the most likable person on this list.
Mm.
Like and not that other people aren't likable, but there's just like there's no like she's just so like and even like she's so lovable. Like she's so
Yeah.
like you're just like everything she does, her character work, her ability to have the connection she does with the fans while not speaking hardly speaking English is
Yeah.
so incredible, dude. Like
She's the most comfortable person I've seen on the ropes. I've never seen anyone more comfortable on the
easily.
ropes.
The big thing with Io for me, like I said, that puts her and I think this is more of a thing to where it's like subjective and it just impresses me that like puts me above that like makes me put her above Rhea and Bianca in the ring is her size. Like I think that like Bianca and Rhea are objectively at kind of an advantage because of their size and their build. Like they're both tall, strong women.
Yeah.
To whereas in EO, kind of I think has to do more, but she can do everything that they can kind of do. Not that it's like you know what I mean. And this isn't a knock on anybody. It's essentially I think EO can have a banger with absolutely anybody and it's just like a little bit more impressive to me at her size that she's able to do that. And I think that's
Yeah.
why I'm like subjectively putting her like in ring. But like you said, I mean, easily one of the most likable wrestlers on the entire roster. Might be the most likable wrestler in the entire roster on the roster. Just like as someone where it's like, I can't imagine booing her.
Yeah.
Like I would
That
feel
would
bad.
suck. Yeah.
Like I would feel mean.
Yeah.
I would be
Yeah.
like, Io doesn't deserve booze.
Yeah.
Like
Don't
what am I
boo you.
doing? Like, yeah. So,
Yeah,
I
I mean,
guess I'll go into number 2 then.
sure.
If
Lead
you
the way.
want. But yeah, so number 2 is the woman who unfortunately just had to vacate the Women's World Championship. But
But for a good reason.
for good reason, fortunately, because her and Big Jim are bringing a beautiful child into the world to join the bloodline. And the bloodline continues. Man, Naomi was doing some boy am I happy for Naomi and Jimmy, but boy is it bad timing career wise, right? Just as like and this is I mean, there's never bad timing. So let me take away. Who am I to say is bad timing for
Walking it back. Walking it back.
walking it back, let me say. It's not but I'm just saying as far as obviously on the hottest run of her entire career,
Yeah.
won the
Yeah.
world championship. Wasn't the perfect time. But is it ever the perfect time, right?
Sure.
Um
Sure.
and like we were saying before, it's only going to help her when she comes back. Like that
Yeah,
pop when
that
she
pop.
comes back is going to be crazy.
It's going to be nuts.
And yeah, really I also had her at 3. And then I just really started thinking about it and I was just like character work means so much to me as a wrestling fan. Like
Agreed.
it's number 1 to me. And
Gotta
it's like
be.
when you're able to get that connection and that character work, that puts you above people, and it doesn't matter. Other stuff doesn't matter. So to where it's Naomi can go in the ring. Maybe I might put Io above her in the ring. Maybe I might put Rhea above her in the ring, something like that. Or like I said, maybe I might put Bianca above her in the ring, a healthy Bianca. But
Would you put Tiff above her in the ring?
I'd say they're pretty equal.
Wow. Okay. I disagree.
You want my personal opinion?
I mean, yeah, preferably.
I prefer Naomi, but it's not as
Okay.
it's not because of I don't think Tiff is as good as Naomi.
Mm-hmm.
I like Naomi's. I like the way Naomi wrestles a little bit
All right.
more.
That's fair.
At
That's
least
fair.
I think she's a little bit more free and fun, kind of.
Okay. Yeah.
Whereas Tiff, I think Tiff does everything
Dude,
perfectly.
I didn't realize you were such a Tiffany Stratton hater
No,
now.
I just said I literally
Oh,
just stop
oh.
this. Stop this. I literally I said
Mm,
I literally just said Tiff does everything perfectly to where
sure.
it's almost like robotic. To
Yeah.
where you're like, and this is like, yeah, like I said, whatever. I don't care. I prefer Naomi.
Sure.
I just think Tiff has more work to do. Like I
Okay.
just think Tiff, and it's
That's
like,
fair.
yeah, Naomi's my number 2. Even though she's about to be out for 10 months,
Yeah.
we talked before this and said, should we put Naomi on the list? But I think I'd be remiss if we didn't go without talking about just how
Yes.
awesome Naomi has been.
Yeah, she's also my number 2. I can't remember if I mentioned that, but
No,
yeah, I
yeah,
mean,
you did. We have the same top 3 at this point, and then you can say number 1.
yeah. So number 1 is going to be Rhea Bloody Ripley, and
Rhea Bloody Ripley, man.
I think you cannot like. I won't. You can put a healthy Bianca. You can put maybe above her. I'm not so sure about it right now. I'm not going to argue with you, but I feel pretty good just in terms of kind of everything that Rhea's been doing. I think she's top 3, including the men. Like we'll pull the curtain back a little bit. When we initially did our list for the men's, we didn't discuss if we were going to do just the men and just the women. So I had Rhea at number 3 on that list, and then we kind of discussed before we recorded. And was like, let's just do men and women so we can highlight everybody and more wrestlers. So I think Rhea's top 3 overall.
Yeah,
in WWE. Like
I'm
in
with
terms in the ring, she can go. She can go with anybody, anywhere, any given time, any gender. She
and like
can
this,
go.
and I'll say this: that what I said about Io is that like Io can have a match with anybody, any size, and make it a banger.
Yeah.
Like Rhea, that the same does go for Rhea. Like Rhea
Yeah.
can have a match with Io Sky or Nia Jax, and they're both completely different, and they're both bangers. Like,
Yeah.
and it's yeah, man. Rhea
I
Ripley,
mean, Rhea's
and
probably the most over
yeah,
wrestler on WWE.
bro. I literally just said I will go to bet and argue with anybody who tries to say differently. Her pop on Monday in Philly was bigger than Roman's. Like I promise.
Dude.
Maybe it was because everyone was a little bit kind of expecting Romans. Like everyone was up
Sure.
and had their phone out already.
Yeah.
But
Same thing every week.
that kind of makes you think the pop might have been I don't know. If they're so anticipating it, you might think that pop would even be bigger. But when Rhea's music hit to come out and save Io, dude,
Yeah. That's how you know.
that place erupted. And being over matters. Like that
Oh.
does
It
get you
probably
higher up the
matters
rank.
the most in WWE.
No, yes. But it's like the idea
Maybe not
of
as much as it should.
yeah,
i.e.
but
Karrion
the idea
Kross.
of like people not using that when they're deciding, like,
Yeah,
because
which happens
like
a lot.
no, it does happen. Yeah, 100%. Like
Unfortunately.
people are like, I'm going based off like pure mic skills and in ring ability and whatever. But it's like, no, dude. Like you have to go with how over
Yeah,
they
it's
are.
like
That's
you
part
can't.
of it. It's a connection with people. Like
I've seen it the most with Jay. Like
100%.
you just can't ignore it. You can't ignore 15,000 people.
Yeah, like
singing
what are you
his song
supposed
in
to do?
Yeeting.
Just
Like,
pretend
you
it's
can't-
not happening.
You can't
Like,
ignore
yeah.
that. It's crazy. It's crazy. But yeah, I mean, and I'll tell you what, my favorite part, and I don't think people talk about it enough with Rhea, is how good she is at selling. That's my favorite part of her wrestling
good.
skill set, is her selling ability. Like, she
Yeah.
is so good
She's
at
probably
selling.
my favorite. She might be my favorite person to see take bumps too.
Yeah, I mean, she's great. I
Like-
think she's number
like,
one.
Watching her bump and then sell afterwards is like one of the fine moments,
Sure.
one of the fine little things in wrestling where I'm like, yes, a Rhea
She
Ripley
gets it.
bump and sell. Beautiful.
Dude, especially the DDT.
I love watching her take a DDT, bro.
So good. So yeah, maybe I think by the time this comes out, maybe Rhea's your world heavyweight champion.
Yeah, you never know.
This comes out after Clash in Paris, so
Mm.
maybe she will be your heavyweight champion. Maybe it's Steph. Maybe it's somebody else. But you guys let us know. I feel pretty good about our lists. I feel like we did a pretty good job. This was way harder than the men's, which just says how
100%.
stacked this roster
Yeah, this
is.
video is going to be way longer than the men's video.
Oh,
and
yeah.
that just
And,
shows
like,
you
they have
how
so much
stacked you are.
potential in
Yeah.
NXT. Like,
Oh, God,
it's
it's crazy.
truly crazy.
Like I
and
said,
I
like
think
my list didn't include Julia, Jordan Grace, multiple people that weren't on my I didn't even put Charlotte Flair on my
Yeah.
list.
I thought you were going to have her as an honorable mention.
Yeah, I thought about it. Personally, for me, it's like I hate to say it. Charlotte Charlotte at one point probably the best women's wrestler on the planet in ring. The character work's never been there for me with Charlotte.
That's fair.
Personally, but
That's fair.
I don't want to take too much away from her because she can absolutely go
Yeah.
with the best of them. And her character work's not horrible. It's just never been quite there for me.
Yeah, so you guys let us know in the comments, who do you think is the best current WWE women's wrestler? Make sure to smash that subscribe button, click that bell so you get notified every single time that we upload a video. Make sure to check out the Burning Hammer podcast wherever you listen to your podcast. Make sure to shop our merch. I'm wearing our newest t-shirt right here, Parts Unknown. Shout out
get
to
that. Only $22. You can get it
only
in
22
any
bucks.
color you want.
Any color, any
you
style
want,
t-shirt.
any style, any size. Sick.
It's crazy.
I got mine. I'll be
it's
rocking mine.
crazy.
Hopefully next time we wear the pod and you'll be able to see it in a different style and color.
That's right.
So,
and guess what? If you guys don't want to deal with ads when you want our content early, sign up for the Patreon. $1
for
a
the
month.
page.
That's it, dude. $1 a freaking month, and you get everything early and ad free. So, with that
DM me
being said,
proof that you are signed up for the page. The first person to DM me, to DM the account, proof that they are signed up for the page, I will buy you a Parts Unknown t-shirt.
Oh, there you go. There you have it. Dylan will buy you.
Listen to that. You got to listen all the way to the end.
All the way to the end.
We'll see if we get a DM.
Sure.
First person to DM the Burning Hammer on Instagram or Twitter, I will buy you a Parts Unknown t-shirt of anyone, any color or style. Just got to DM proof that you are a patron.
All right. So with that being said, I'm Mark Izzo. He's Dylan O'Brien, and we'll catch you in the next video.